By now, I don't have to tell you, inflation's here, it's real, and it's sneaky. We're seeing it at the gas pump, we're seeing it for goods and services. The question I have for so many pre and post retirees is, what have you done? How have you designed your wealth to keep up with inflation and handle managing your lifestyle in retirement? Today, I want to show you how the most successful families that we work with are positioned to ensure that their income and their lifestyle is not disrupted by inflation. Let's go. Hey everybody, Chris Herline here, host of Retire Ready TV on KXAN and host of Wealth Radio on News Radio KLBJ every Saturday, 1 p.m. Thanks for joining us today. If you like our channel, hit the subscribe button down below and give us a thumbs up. Now, inflation is real, and it's been so shocking the last couple of years because before 2021, inflation was somewhat non-existent. It was well under 3% on average, whereas now it's here and it's likely here to stay. When you think about cost of goods, I always go back to, well, growing up. My father would always brag, Chris, you need to save money just like I did. Because when I was 16, I was your age, and I went and paid cash for a car. And I said, well, Dad, what kind of car did you get? He goes, I bought a Camaro. It was $3,000 cash, and I drove it off the lot. And I remember being in my teens going, well, $3,000, that doesn't sound like a whole lot. Well, we fast forward to today, that same car is costing maybe $40,000 to $50,000. That's inflation. And when we see prices go up at the supermarkets and beyond, it's not just prices you need to be looking at. You need to be looking at the goods in the bag, in the box, in the can. The net weight, the content is going down. Inflation is sneaky. And I always said that it doesn't make you broke in retirement. It can make your lifestyle broke. Because as it creeps up, you may have to let some things go that you rather enjoy in retirement. So how do you position your wealth during this season to keep up with inflation? Well, when we talk about rebalancing in portfolios, we don't just do that to do it. But the story of retirement has changed. If we rewind to 2008, you could get a 6% bank CD back then. Think about it. If you were in a bank CD instead of the stock market, you probably didn't have the heartache that so many of us did in 08. Well, even bonds were the safe haven back then. You could get 5-6% in bonds in 2008 when the market was down 40 plus. Not today. In 2022, we're seeing volatility here, and there's not the safe havens we once knew, like CDs and bonds. Bonds are suffering. So we need to look outside their traditional model. It could be things like real estate. You may want to buy a couple rental properties. Hard to find a deal here in Central Texas, but a way to generate income. Maybe you want to invest in real estate in a passive way, so you're not getting a water heater call in the middle of the night, right? There's ways to do that. But another area that you may want to consider are things like energy, things like agriculture, staples, maybe even commodities. Those have voted well so far this year. That could be gold and silver, which you're seeing a lot of that. But don't forget about other metals that are likely to do very well in years to come. Things like palladium, things like lithium and cobalt. These are the things needed for all the electric vehicles that all manufacturers are running out, it seems like these days. So there are areas in the stock market, in the equity markets, not just in the US markets, but globally, that can help give you buoyancy in your portfolio. With the story of retirement changing, your portfolio mix may need to change as well. Do you know if you're a candidate for that? Get your hands on our new report here for 22. It's called Inflation and Your Retirement. We talk through how some of the most successful investors in this country have positioned themselves to weather anything coming at them, whether it's politically, socially, economically. You can do this. Get your hands on my report. Email me now, retire@reapfinancial.com. That's retire@reapfinancial.com. My team will have it on its way to your inbox. We'll see you next time.